Hello friends, this is Professor A.K. Sheikh working as Assistant Professor and Head of Mechanical Engineering Department at N.B. Navle Sinhagad College of Engineering, Solapur. I have 12 years of teaching experience and I have completed my ME Mechanical in Design Engineering. Today's topic is length of path of contact and arc of contact. So let us concentrate on length of path of contact. This is the diagram what we will be referring. So the gear with center O1, that is pinion, that is our driver, is rotating clockwise, and in turn the wheel it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, and the center is O2. Small r and RA are the pitch circle radius and addendum circle radius respectively for pinion. Similarly, capital R and capital RA are pitch circle radius and addendum circle radius for wheel. So the contact of these two wheels or gears, it starts at point K and it ends at point N. So that is the basic understanding we should have about this diagram. So let us proceed. Consider a pinion driving the wheel as shown in figure. When the pinion rotates in clockwise direction, the contact between a pair of involute teeth begins at K and it ends at point L. So the contact begins at K and it ends at L. So what are these K and L? The point K is the intersection of the addendum circle of wheel and the common tangent, and point L is the intersection of addendum circle of pinion and common tangent. So this MN is the common tangent. So the points K and L are obtained by the intersection of the base circles. Further, we know that length of path of contact is length of common normal cut off by the addendum circles of the wheel and pinion. Hence, the length of path of contact is KL, which is the sum of parts of path of contacts KP and PL. So the path of contact is divided into two parts, KP and this KP and PL. So the first part KP is known as path of approach and the second part PL is known as path of recess. So length of path of contact will be equal to addition of length of path of approach and length of path of recess. RA and R, similarly capital RA and capital R are the radii as we discussed in the article previously. Further, now radius of the base circle of wheel, that is O2N. O2N is the radius of base circle for the wheel. We have to find out this. So if we consider this triangle O2NP and if we take cos phi, so we get this cos phi equal to O2N divided by O2P, that is hypotenuse. And if we rearrange, then this radius O2N will be equal to O2P multiplied by cos of phi, or we can say capital R multiplied by cos of phi. And from right angle triangle O2KN, O2KN, so this bigger triangle on the upper side O2KN, we have KN, this base of the triangle, it will be equal to O2K square minus O2N square as per the Pythagoras theorem. O2K is our capital RA and O2N we have found out the relation here, R cos phi. So substituting the values, it will be under root of RA square minus R square cos square phi. And if we refer PN, this PN, and if we consider sin phi over here, sin phi will be Pn upon O2P. Therefore, Pn will be equal to O2P into sin phi or R sin phi. Thus, length of path of contact, that is path of approach KP, will be equal to Kn minus Pn. So this Kp will be equal to Kn minus Pn. So we have relation for Kn, we have relation for Pn. Substituting these values, we get length of path of approach equal to under root of Ra square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. Similarly, for the pinion, we have the base circle radius O1m equal to O1p cos phi. Here, if we consider this triangle O1pm and we consider cos phi, we have this O1m divided by O1p, and if we rearrange, O1m will be equal to O1p into cos phi, or we can say it is R cos phi. And from the right angle triangle O1ml, that is O1ml, this bigger triangle at the bottom, and if we consider the Pythagoras theorem, ml will be given by under root of O1l square minus O1m square. That will be equal to Ra square minus R square cos square phi. And then again in this triangle O1pm, if we take sin phi, it will be Pm or MP divided by this hypotenuse O1p, or MP will be given by hypotenuse multiplied by sin phi, that is O1p multiplied by sin phi. It comes equal to R sin phi. Therefore, length of part of path of contact or path of recess, the next part which is called as path of recess, PL, that will be equal to ML minus MP. ML minus MP. We are interested to find this PL. So it will be ML minus MP. And we substitute the values found out in the above relations for ML and MP. And we get the relation as under root Ra square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. And previously we have found out length of path of approach. Thus, length of path of contact, which is addition of length of path of approach and length of path of recess, we have KL equal to KP plus PL, that will be equal to under root of Ra square minus R square cos square phi plus under root of small Ra square minus small r square cos square phi minus capital R plus R into sin phi. So that will be the relation for length of path of contact. Now let us discuss about length of arc of contact, again referring the diagram. So we have discussed about this linear path KL. Now we are interested about the radial path, that is arc. So we have already defined that arc of contact is the path traced by a point on the pitch circle from the beginning to the end of engagement of a given pair of teeth. Thus, in our case, EPF or GPH, these two arcs can be considered as arcs of contact. And if we divide this arc GPH, we have two parts, arc GP and arc PH. So that will give us the total arc of contact. So here the arc GP is known as arc of approach and the arc PH is called as arc of recess. The angles subtended by these arcs at O1 are called as angle of approach and angle of recess respectively. So hence we have length of arc of approach GP, that is length of path of approach KP divided by cos phi. Similarly, length of arc of recess arc PH, we have length of path of recess divided by cos phi, that is PL upon cos phi. And finally, length of arc of contact equal to arc GP plus arc PH, so that is KP divided by cos phi plus PL divided by cos phi. KP plus PL, we know that it is equal to KL and divided by cos phi, and we know that this KL is nothing but length of path of contact. So thus length of arc of contact is given by length of path of contact divided by cos phi.